Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of May 18th to the 25th. So that's a bent card. Okay, so I have the Two of Coins. Okay, so there is a little bit of a financial juggle this week. This card itself in the traditional deck does also indicate emotional, kind of like emotional balance. It is financial balance and emotional balance, okay? In this situation, I do feel that, with this card, the situation might be a little bit more dire than in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, mainly because, he's on top of a lizard, okay? And his actions are basically dependent upon this lizard staying perfectly still and trying to help him. However, if you were to, I guess, transpose this energy into like a person, I would say that your actions or your financial decisions, your emotional condition is dependent upon another person being in full cooperation with you, okay? So it is a little bit more problematic than the traditional Rider-Waite deck, but I do sense that your sense of balance is going to be a little bit rattled, and you're kind of like hoping that the other person will cooperate with you, okay? When we're dealing with an external energy, it is quite unpredictable, so a lot of you might be going through this and you might not, be fully aware of who it is that you're dealing with or how they're going to react in certain situations. What is crossing you here is the Eight of Coins. Okay, so I do feel that in this context, you are dealing with this situation more in a sense of like a financial balancing act. And the Eight of Coins here, this is almost like somebody who is manifesting, their own money, their own resources. So they have a lot at their disposal, but at the same time, they are aware of how they can make a lot more money, okay? So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do this dancing act because what's coming in for you is just, a lot of abundance in general. What is in your past is the Nine of Swords. So a Nine of Swords situation is, it's a situation regarding worries, anxiety, and it is, worrying about the future, worrying about the current situation, not knowing if you're on the right path. So it is a card of mental anguish more than anything. It is something that you've left behind because it is in your recent past or in the far past. So it's not going to be problematic. But I do feel that the memories of this is going to trigger things coming into the present situation, which is that you are saving up for a rainy day, and because you've been through this, that you kind of like you're hoping for the best, but at the same time, that possibility of that worst case scenario situation is kind of creeping in, so you're not entirely comfortable just yet, hence the balancing act, okay? What's coming into the future is the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands traditionally is a messenger. And in this deck, what I do sense here is a lot of good news coming in terms of like to revive your interest, to spark your interest. Okay, so a lot of projects possibly for you, a lot of new clients or communication from people who are interested in your services, for example. And what I sense here is if it's not in a work capacity, I could we can even say that a lot of help as well is coming in for you. Okay, so just good news in general with this card in the upright position. What's crowning you here is the Six of Swords. So you might get communication from people in the past. You might get news of somebody that might be in like a dire straight situation, and you might want to go back to it to help them, okay? So this is an energy of like sailing to safer waters or sailing to a safe haven. However, again, the same energy is circling back in which, once upon a time you were in a dark place, and that anxiety is creeping back in despite your current success, okay? So keep that in mind. Just know that it is a mental energy. Mercury in retrograde is starting on the 18th. It's not going to be out of its retrograde period until June 11th. So it is important to know that a lot of this old energy is creeping in, mainly so that we can release our demons and that we can move forward, okay? So it's normal to really look at this, but you're in a good place with financial success right now. So if it's finances that you are worried about, you're going to be okay. So, just sail on past this, okay? And don't let it get to you for this week. As for what is in the picture that you're actually not aware of is the Ace of Wands. So what I'm sensing here is this. For those of you who are juggling multiple things, just know that you really should try to devote your time to one thing that will pan out, okay? So don't overstretch yourself. For those of you who are getting like news, a lot of like communication, a lot of contact, or even news about potential like clients, potential projects, I would advise you to stick to one thing, okay? So try not to like, in the process of multitasking, in the process of like taking on too many projects, you might drop the ball. So just, you know, be very careful that all those good things are not always what they seem. So be selective about what you pursue forward, or what you pursue, or what you plan to move forward with. And the advice here is the Lovers. So the Lovers card in the reverse position does indicate to me that, you know, I'm not reading this as a love card, mainly because the other cards don't indicate a lot of love, and they don't, this spread in general, this cross here, just doesn't have like a romantic ambiance to it. So for those of you who might be dealing with this in a relationship capacity, I do feel that somebody is going to, you know, you're getting good news though. So what I'm sensing here is potentially news from like somebody that you are romantically interested in. You're getting news that they might, for example, like be dating somebody else, and you know that's going to throw the wrench in the works for you. Or you might get news that you know, you have clients, you have like multiple people that you can pursue forward with, so you're kind of like reassessing some very strong, solid, you know, business partnership that you have right now, okay? So for those of you who are branching out, who are trying to branch out and do things on your own on the work front, I do feel that some of you might have to leave previous partnerships, like work partnerships, in order to do things on your own. So you're heading in a good direction, but because you're heading, you know, off on your own, you're going to have to like sever ties with like a previous work arrangement, okay? So what is external to you is the Two of Swords here, and the Two of Swords is you know, it's a card of decision. So this is an element here that is something that you need to decide on, but at the same time this is an external situation, so it's outside of yourself. So I do feel the other party is kind of left in the dark in this process. So it is important to reveal information and let them know how you plan to proceed, okay, and not keep them like blindfolded and kept in the dark. And as for your hopes and aspirations, we have the Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So it's the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. I do feel that a lot of you, you know, due to this financial stress in the past, this is your, you know, worst case scenario here, and this is what you're really afraid of. So for those of you who are, you know, starting your own businesses, or who are trying to branch off and leave, you know, the firm, or leave your old partners, work partners behind, or even like romantic partners, I do feel there is an element of like financial security that might keep you tied to the past, all right? So whatever you decide to do, just know that money is not everything, okay? It's not going to bring you happiness, and obviously in this situation you're not very happy. So keep that in mind and keep things into perspective, okay? Money can only get you so much in life, okay? So what is the ultimate outcome here is the Ten of Wands. So in the process of doing this on your own, a lot of you might be aware that, you know, you are shouldering like the responsibility, okay? So if it fails or if it succeeds, I guess the credit is going to be on you. So basically like you are ultimately the one in control here, and you know that the burden is going to be great. Don't shy away from it, because I do feel that in general you are on the right track if you are trying to branch off on your own and trying to leave like unhealthy or even old work partnerships behind and to do things for yourself, okay? I'm going to pull out one more card here just to see the outcome. You know, a lot of you, in general, I do feel that it requires hard work, it requires dedication, so you're going to be okay. You know how to handle that very well. So we have Judgment So Judgment is a very good card to get in the outcome position because it indicates like just a brand new beginning. Okay, so you're going to have a very good outcome with this. Just know that it is hard work. It requires dedication. So don't shy from it, and just, you're on the right track here. Okay, so have a wonderful week. I will see you again next week, and best of luck with everything for those who are starting new projects. Thanks for watching.